All right, let's check your answer for the problem of the day. The problem said Mr. Feldposh made 49 long sleeve blouses for the girls' choir. He sews 11 buttons on the front panel and 2 buttons on each sleeve. How many total buttons does he need? Do you know what a blouse is? A blouse is a fancy word for shirt. So if you see a woman who's wearing a shirt that's super fancy, it's probably called a blouse. So for our UPS check, I understand that Mr. Feldposh made 49 long sleeve blouses. Each blouse has 11 buttons on the front panel and 2 buttons on each sleeve. Keeping in mind that there are 2 sleeves on a shirt, right? We have 2 arms, 2 sleeves on the shirt, and each of those sleeves gets 2 buttons. So my plan is to estimate, I need the number of blouses and I also need to add up the amount of buttons that are needed on each of these blouses. So if we have 11 on the front and 2 buttons on each sleeve, how many buttons is that per blouse? Alright, so I have a shirt. I do not know how to draw, so you're going to have to bear with me. Okay, so there are 2 buttons here, there are 2 buttons here, and there are 11 buttons going down the front panel. So how many is that? 11 plus 2 is 13, plus 2 more. Okay, so that is 15 buttons for each blouse. And there are 49 blouses. So what I can do is just do, for my estimate, I'm going to say 50 blouses, 50 times 15. I will break up the 15 into 10 plus 5. Remember how we do this? 50 times 10, or 5 times 1 plus 2 zeros. 5 times 1 is 5 and 2 zeros after it. So 500 plus, our next step is 50 times 5. Well, 5 times 5 is 25. So 5 times 50 is 250. So once we combine those two numbers together, we are going to have 750 buttons. Approximately, right? This is my estimate. So we estimated the number of blouses. 49 rounds up to 50. And then we multiply by 15 buttons each, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. What is 49 times 15? This is good practice for us multiplying 2-digit number by another 2-digit number, right? So 40 plus 9, 49 times 15. That's 10 plus 5. Okay, so first step is 10 times 40, or 1 times 4, which is 4, plus 2 trailing zeros. The next step is 10 times 9, which is 90. Our next step is 5 times 40, or 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 1 trailing 0. And then lastly, we multiply 5 times 9, which is 45. Then we just add all these numbers up together, 400 plus 200 plus 90. Be careful that you're lining these up by place value. Nice and straight. Alright, so we have 5 here. We have 13 here, so that means I'm regrouping. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So approximately, what was my estimate? Oh, 750, right? That was my estimate. And so my answer now is 735. And if I was going to round this to the tens place, I would look at this 5 and remember that 5 to 9, yes, goes up. So that would round to 740. Yeah, that's pretty close to my estimate of 750, isn't it? So I think that we got it correct. 735 buttons. Whew, that's a lot of buttons. Let's answer in a complete sentence. Mr. F will need a total of 735 buttons. Whoops. There we go. 735 buttons. Excellent work, everybody. Be sure that you take a picture of your UPS check and attach it to your slide deck before turning it in today. Have a good day.